So today we're talking about how to be more confident in meetings. So we've been talking a lot about buying signals. And the thing is, when you see these buying signals, you have to have the confidence to act on them. How do you present your position in a persuasive way that will get you what you want? So a lot of this is actually preparation. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Do not go into battle without a strategy. Be prepared to walk away. And there's a great analogy that we use where if you look at when you are trying, some salespeople, when you're trying to get hold of a prospect, get them, you're kind of chasing them. And if you have two magnets here, you will see that if you're chasing a magnet like this, it'll go away. But if you pull away, then it will start to come towards you. And the same principle applies in the sales process. Now, other points of preparation here are to write down your points beforehand. We have a great rule called the 6P rule, and that is that prior preparation prevents poor performance. Another great tactic to help your confidence is to actually use an iPad and hold it tilted towards you during your meeting because they can't see your notes. It looks very neat and tidy from the front, and it allows you to scroll through your notes without having wads of paper everywhere. It keeps things very neat and tidy and gives the impression that you are structured and calm and together, even if you don't feel like it inside. So you can scroll through your notes without them seeing. Use case studies to support your point. Your stories are awesome. What they do is they bind people to you. Watch the conversation dynamics. And if you're interested in conversation dynamics, then go back and watch our videos that we've just been talking about in the past few weeks, where we talk about conversation dynamics in terms of buying signals. Study conversation dynamics, study buying signals, and then implement them to make sure that they work in your world. So you need to actually go out and put this to work in your world. Ensure that you are equipped for follow-up questions. Now, this is a key piece of preparation that you will be very, very happy that you've done. You can predict a lot of questions you're going to get, and if you can readily pull those out, it will just make you feel that much stronger. A key piece on confidence actually is about how your voice is feeling. Especially women can go up in pitch when they are nervous, and there are some really great techniques that we used back in my voiceover days to get rid of that worry energy from your voice before you went into the studio. And that is that you went around the block for a bit. You did a wee jog around the block, go for a walk around the block. Tony Robbins, the mindset coach, jumps up and down on a little trampoline before he goes on stage because it really both pumps him up and gets rid of worry energy in his voice. Learn from people who are already making this work for them. And Walmart, American store, they use fist pumping. Now, you can do that inside, fist pumping, a little thumbs up under your jumper before you go into meetings. Now, of course, that didn't go down too well in mid-European countries where the employees ended up hiding in the bathrooms. So you have to do this on a case-by-case basis. Of course, fist pumping is a very specific cultural thing. I'm giving you some tips that can really work to shift, because that's what you need to be doing, to shift your mind from fear into confidence and bulk yourself up. And it really makes a big difference. Have absolute internal conviction that you can help them. And a step before that is actually to have curiosity. To have curiosity about what is going on in their world. And what you need to be doing then is to essentially shift your fear to curiosity. So it's a mind shift. Mind shift from fear to curiosity. Very, very powerful. It totally shifts your posture and your attitude. Never convince people to buy. What you need to be doing is to challenge them to face the reality of where they are, and to illuminate for them the radiant consequences of not doing anything about it or not doing anything different. And be prepared to walk away. Remember, this is all psychology. Remember the magnet analogy that we were talking about. A really cool quote that I read the other day was that fear is excitement without the breath. It's taken from a book called The Big Leap. And so when you're feeling fear and lacking in confidence, take big, easy breaths. Big, easy breaths. Take big, easy breaths. And mind shift your fear to curiosity. Mind shift fear to curiosity. Very, very powerful. Next tip. Now, how do you manifest curiosity? What does that mean in terms of words? Well, the magic question that we use all the time. Tell me what's going on around this. And what else is going on? And what else is going on? And what else? Magic, magic question. And what else? Curiosity. Think back to the character Chris Rich in the film In Pursuit of Happiness. When he was making his phone calls, just doing actions so that you don't overthink. Chris Rich literally had his phone on all the time. The minute he ended up a phone call, he would keep his finger on the buttons on the cradle and then pick it up to dial the next number. So he didn't allow himself time to be fearful. He was just acting. And because he prepared his list of numbers, he didn't have to think. So he didn't have time to have no confidence. And a final note here is about starting in a place of joy for yourself. And we use a matrix called the OK Corral, and we got this from an awesome parenting coach. And what this means is that you need to make sure that you are in a great place. You are in the OK Corral before you even get on the phone with anybody or go into a meeting with someone. Because if you're not there, then it's better actually to just postpone the meeting, because you will have an aura that is not optimal for your sale. And a final bonus tip, do not compare yourself to others before, during, or after a meeting. Comparison is the thief of joy, said Teddy Roosevelt. And that is a fantastic quote to help you in having confidence in meetings. My name is Mary Rose Hoya, and my team and I help 8-figure B2B businesses build cost-effective sales pipelines. Do let me know what confidence struggles you are having. I genuinely want to hear about it, and you will feel better because you have taken some action. More on this over at maryrosehoya.com, and to your good fortune.